You don't know me, and you've probably never met me, but I'm your Uncle Edward, and you can trust me, because I'm your Uncle Edward. So I know that you've all been wondering, nieces and nephews, how do I give my boots that bluish glow? Well, today, Uncle Edward, your very own, truly, sentimentally, family Uncle Edward, who you can trust, is going to tell you exactly how you can treat those boots to that glorious shine that you've always wanted. This video is definitely for the working man. You, sir, you look like a working man. Yes, you. Come here. Aren't you sick and tired of having your boots look dull? Aren't you lacking that bluish glow? He's definitely lacking that bluish glow, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let me tell you about a product that you can trust, because I'm your Uncle Edward. Okay, so you need to get Uncle Edward's Camel Spit Boot Shine and Polish. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Extracted from only real camels in South Africa, camel spit is actually the secret ingredient to shining your boots to the bluish glow. So you need to order Uncle Edward's Camel Spit Boot Shine and Polish. You can get it today. If you order now, we'll only require your social security number, your credit card number, and 13 payments of $99.99. It can be all yours today, and you can have that bluish shine you've always wanted in your shoes. Now, aren't you happy now that you've used Uncle Edward's Boot Shine? He's happy, folks. He can be trusted because he's your Uncle Edward's hard-working working man. So get your bottle of Uncle Edward's Camel Spit Boot Shine and Polish today and have that bluish glow you've always wanted. Because you've been walking around with dull shoes too long, and we all know it. So it's time to man up, admit it, and order your bottle of Uncle Edward's Boot Shine and Polish made from pure camel spit from only South African camels, the best of the best. So, go ahead and give us that social security number and your credit card number, and we will give you Uncle Edward's Camel Spit and Boot Shine for only 13 payments, easy payments, of $99.99. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And call now, and we will give you an extra one. Just pay separate shipping and handling that will add up to more than the original 13 payments of $99.99. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you need shiny boots and that bluish glow, use Uncle Edward's. Wow. That Uncle Edward guy is a real jerk, huh? Can you believe that guy? The gall of him. Wow. We've all seen it, though. We've all seen those commercials. We've seen them everywhere, on TV, heard them on the radio. It's ridiculous. It's like they're out to take your money or something. It's nuts. Completely nuts. So, what are we going to do about it, ladies and gentlemen? Do you really need Uncle Edward's Camel Spit and Boot Shine Polish to make your boots, work boots, look good? Who ever heard of camel spit? It's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. That's what I say. Never tell such a thing. Who uses camel spit? And 13 easy payments of $99.99? Where's that kind of money? So can you really get it done without Uncle Edward's Camel Spit? I don't know. Really? A Smurf? What is he doing here? This is nuts. It's like I've been ransacked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think today you and I ought to take a look at some work boots and see, do we really need Uncle Edward's Camel Spit and Boot Shine and Polish? Or can we do it cheap, easy, at home? I don't know. Let's find out. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to get into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now have before me a pair of work boots I have worn all week long, several weeks, in the dirt, and dust, and grub, okay, grease, all that. These are my boots. When I bought these boots, they were waterproof, okay, but we all know waterproofing only lasts so long. So what's the key to bringing these boots back to their original shine? Or better than their original shine? Getting them back to a waterproof state and just looking good. Well, we're going to find out. Let me bring you guys over here. Let me just loosen up the tripod here. Oh, this is going to be good, guys. We're going to get right into this. It's time we stop taking Uncle Edward's word for it. He's family. But we all know you can't pick your family. So it's time to step outside the box and do it ourselves. Here we go, guys. Let's get into it. Alright, guys. We're back. As you can see... Whoa, okay, there we go. As you can see, these babies they're dry. Really dry. And when leather gets dry, it just loses its everything. Loses its elasticity, it loses its waterproofing capabilities. It just looks awful. Alright, both of these shoes are just really, there's a little bit of tar or grease or something there. So it's time to get into the video and find out what we need to do to these boots. So the first thing I always do, in a case when it's this bad, you don't have to do this every time, but I'm going to go ahead and just take my laces out. This is a long process, guys, but you'll be glad you did it. And it lasts a long time, too. Especially if you do it religiously, like every week or something. Then it really stays pretty good. I don't usually get it done that often, because I get busy, and it's like you don't want to take the time. But if you did take the time, it would be easier. So, there's one boot unlaced. You know, we'll work one boot at a time. I'll just set that other boot over there. Okay, guys. So what's the first step here? What do you think? Get that down. Got a bowl of water here. And where is the shoe kit? Okay, hang on, guys. The shoe kit's over here. Probably bring it over. Okay, got the shoe kit. First thing we want to do is this. It's saddle soap. Always start with a little bit of that. Usually a sponge in here. Sponge seems to be missing. Yeah, I usually apply that with the sponge, guys. But if you don't have a sponge, you can use a rag, and that looks like that's what I'll be using today. Alright, so just take a rag like this, dip it in your water. Don't get it like rain wet, get it fairly wet. This is actually a pretty near waterproof rag, and you'll see why later. Get it around in there. Get a good amount of that on there. Get a damper, actually. There we go. See it starting to suds up? That's what you want. Okay. Take this boot. Start scrubbing away here. A lot of times just the saddle soap will make them look 100 times better. I'd go ahead and do the treads usually right here, right now too. I don't take this to the extent of like military, you know, specs on boots. But I like to do them up nice, you know, and keep them nice, because I wear these more than just work, and I wear them out and about and stuff. So I like to keep them as nice looking as I can. I takes a lot of saddle soap usually. I'll dip this again. Just get that all applied here. Toe is like had it. This goes a lot better, guys, with a sponge. I don't know where my sponge went. Not really sure, but anyway. Good amount of that on there now. Just go ahead. It's worked in all around in here. You don't have to go nuts with it. I mean, you don't have to get it in every crack and crevice here. Just trying to get the bulk of the grime lifted off the outside, so that everything has a good surface to bond to, and it's not, you know, looking bad. Bad. Like I say, guys, this isn't like the funnest process. I enjoy it, but for most people they don't. So it's kind of a, you know, it's kind of a toss depending on who you are, if you like doing it or not. But it should be done either way. It's one of them jobs that whether you like it or you don't, you just got to do it. Or it really should be done. Okay, getting that all worked in there. See how it's already bringing, and it's not just because it's wet either. It is a little bit because it's wet, but it's starting to bring back that shine a little bit. It's getting that dull dirt grime lifted off. I'm going to try to do this video in real time so you can see just how long it takes me. My boots usually don't get quite this bad in between polishes. I mean, they do sometimes, but I try to keep up with it a little better than this. But when you're working, it kind of gets hard to keep up with after a while. Because it's like the only time you really have to do it is weekends, and then weekends you're trying to get other stuff done that always seems more important, right? I don't worry too much about the soles, but I'm more in it for functionality. Alright, go ahead and scrub that all there really good. That all moistened up. Down in that seam there, that gets really dry. Okay, dip that again. Some more saddle soap on there. We've almost made it around, guys. The more saddle soap we get on it, on the rag, the faster it goes too. This probably isn't the best rag. If I could pick any rag to do this with, it'd probably be a t-shirt rag, but this is what I had in the box, and I didn't realize my sponge was missing. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend just like a t-shirt, old t-shirt rag or something to put the saddle soap on with, something less abrasive and less waterproof. That's funny. Alright, guys, so put a little on the tongue here. The tongue doesn't get much wear up in here. This is like the original color, pretty much the way it looked when I bought the boots. But, okay, there you go. So these are Timberland Pro boots, by the way, 8-inch Timberland Pros. I love these boots. They're just great boots. So, as you can see, we've got the saddle soap on there. It's looking better. Okay, we got kind of a before and after kind of a deal here. I think this boot was a little bit worse than the other one anyway, but that's a good solid start, guys, to the boot shining. Okay, so normally I'd go ahead and I'd snow boot polish, saddle soap, everything, both boots at a time. Like, do the saddle soap on both boots and then do the next step on both boots. But for the sake of you guys' time and energy here, I'm just going to do this one right now all at once. So I'm not sure if I'm going to film, depending on how long the video is, I'm not sure if I'm going to film both boots or not. Okay, now this is brown boot polish. There's no water or anything required. I'm on a fresh part of the rag that's dry. You just swirl this around a little bit. Get some on your rag. See that? Okay. You just want to start going around. Okay? I like to go in circles, personally. Just start working that in everywhere. Crevice in there, so kind of hard to get into, but this is what gives your boots that color after they've been dried out like that. You don't have to do this step as far as functionality goes. I don't think it really does much for the boot. It might have a protective coating in there, but you could just skip to the next step. But I like to do this because, there again, as I said before, I like to have my boots looking the best they can. There, see that? It's already a big difference. It's in that spot. Getting some of that down there. You girls are doing your makeup, and I'm doing my boots. Oh. And don't worry about the soles. Get a little on there, it just rubs off. This can be a long process. And I mean, you could wad up more rag than just a finger, but I like to just do it slow. Slow process, even coats. Work all that into there. Look at that. They're coming around, guys, slowly. Back to their former glory. Just a little bit of dirt down in there, but I can't get it out. I ain't gonna worry about it. I mean, work boots aren't gonna look perfect no matter what you do, but right down in there. Get some worked in there. Flip that tongue back, see? All that in there. Look how dry it is. Really dry. Get that all worked in there. Same on this side. This side doesn't actually look as bad, but that all worked in there. Start coming up the tongue a little bit here. Over in here. This doesn't take too well because it still has that finish from when the boots were new, so it doesn't really take the polish like down below. But it does give it a little bit of a color. That. Look at that, huh? Pretty good, just saying. Go on here. That all in around, everything down in here. Up in here. Around in here. Okay. Looking pretty good. It's more in here. Some up and around there. Some up in here. Some of that's Rhino Guard on these boots, that's right. When I did my pickup. I have a wicked old pair of these. I usually wear if I'm painting or tarring or doing something really nasty. So that I can keep these looking, you know, fairly decent. But that time I did the Rhino Guard, I forgot to bring my work boots with me, my old ones. So I ended up wearing these. But these boots are, jeez, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I don't dare say how old. Maybe 3 years? At least 3 years. Maybe longer. I've had them. Maybe 4. 3 or 4 years. And they're still looking pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. Because I take really good care of them. I treat them often. It's like anything else, guys. How long your boots stay with you is all in how you treat them. How's that? Little wise words of wisdom there from the little Codger. Almost come full circle, guys. We're getting pretty close. They don't work up too slow. I mean, if I'm not on camera and I'm really trying to get these things done fast, I think I can do both of them in like a half hour. 35 minutes or so. Something like that. Things always take longer on camera. Had the day off today because it's supposed to rain, so I thought this would be a good day to do this, that I knew, because some days I start filming and I don't know if I'm going to get a call for work and, you know, be interrupted or not. I thought this would be a good day to know I wasn't going to get interrupted, because if I shine one boot, right, and then I get a call for work, and I'm like, okay, so I go to work with one boot shine, one boot not. So anyway, I thought today was a good day to get this filmed for you guys. And this is something, I don't know if there's videos on it or not online already. I'm sure there is. But I thought I'd give you guys kind of a look on how I do it, because I don't know how other people do it. Not really sure. But anyway, this is how the college goes about it. Alright, so we have a coat of brown on that bad boy. Look at that. Pretty good. Just a little, and just work it in there some more. Alright. Honestly, the toe could use some more too, but let's give you guys a little before and after here. Decide on that one, how bad it is. Now look at this one, huh? And see what that does? There's the rhino guard. That's not even that obvious now. It's kind of masks it, you know. The only thing I don't like about doing my boots is you get that stuff all over your hands and it's all sticky. Like right now I got it all over my knuckles. But, yeah, your hands will be kind of sticky for a while. It's just the way it is. It doesn't really wash off because it's waterproof, you know. Alright, cool. So, now we're ready for the final step on this boot. Set that over there. And the final step is, who wants to take a guess? Take a guess, ladies and gentlemen. What you think the final step is. Boot polishing. What do you think? For these work boots. Nobody would ever come up with this. This is so funny. Anybody know what this is? Camera to focus on it here. Mink oil paste. Alright, it's just mink oil. That's it. They use it to treat baseball gloves, anything leather. And this isn't a plug for Red Wing. This just happens to be what I have for mink oil. I've used all different brands. I've had, I guess I don't have the old stuff here. Yeah, there's been all different brands. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Mink oil is mink oil. And you can apply this however thick you want to. I'm going to put it on fairly heavy because it may be a while before I get to do this again. So, here we go. This is waterproofing, guys. This is what makes them waterproof when you get done. And gives them a shine, too. Look at that. It might look kind of white and streaky when you first put it on, but it will soak it right up. Look at that. It's always rewarding, guys. You get that mink oil on there and they're shining. Look at that. Pretty snazzy. Just saying. And this mink oil works awesome for the waterproofing. I mean, it does. I'm not a big fan of the Snow Seal because, I'll tell you why. It doesn't breathe. That's pretty much, anybody I've ever heard argue against it, that's what they'll say. I mean, it's good, it works awesome, but you lose your breathability in your leather. It seals it off so good. This is my favorite part, putting that mink oil on there. Just takes it up to the next level, you know. Go ahead and do the tongue now, too, before I forget, because I'm liable to forget it. Yeah, same with the mink oil up here. It really doesn't take it because it's got that finish on it still. But if you get out and work, like the first 2 days, I would say, after you get these boots, that finish that comes on them will be worn completely off. Especially if you're out, like I went out bird hunting. Yeah, bird hunting, I think so. Went out bird hunting the day I got these, or the day after, or something. That tall grass, and that was the end of it. Pretty much by the end of that day, it was raining too. The end of that day, I pretty much had worn the finish that comes on them off. Pretty snazzy though, huh guys? For an old pair of work boots, you saw what they look like before. It's like anything else. You know, what you have, it isn't so much what you have as how well you take care of it, you know what I mean? If you take care of these boots are going to take care of you. Just the way it is. It's a relationship, okay? It's give and take. They give, and you give back. They're there for you every day at work. And 30 minutes every couple weeks isn't too much to ask. In return, keep them in good shape, keep them looking good. I mean, you can't tell me this doesn't look good. It looks great. Look at those. Look at that. That thing's sharp. Wicked sharp. So let's go ahead and put the laces back in this one. I don't know, we're 25 minutes in. Does anybody want to go for the second boot? I mean, how invested do we want to be here? Sure, my laces are pretty close to the same length here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. We start the crisscross applesauce here. Through that one. Up through this one. Up through this one. Up through that one. So you have it, folks. It's kind of lay in there a little better. There is my work boot, ready for another week of hard work, and waterproofed, and looking mighty fine, if I do say so myself. Look at that old buzzard. Yep. It's always worth it, guys. It's always worth the time and effort you put in. And like I say, it lasts really well, actually. And it's kind of surprising. So I'm going to kind of come at this other one pretty viciously, alright? And I think that's what I've decided I'm going to do. And I'll kind of show you how fast I can get this done. If you know what you're doing, you've done it a lot. We're not going to count the time it takes me to get the laces out because I don't want to rip my laces, alright? If you come at these babies with a vengeance, you can really crank them out and get them done fast. Once you've done it a while, you kind of know what to expect. I'm shaking sawdust and stuff out of here. Look at this. Grass and all kinds of stuff in there. Alright. Here we go, guys. Start timing me. Oh. It's mink oil. I don't want to put that on yet. And here we go. It took me about 27 minutes to do that last one. So, how long will it take me to do this one? What do you think? Leave a comment. That on there heavy. Oops, there we go. can't really hurry super on the toes because they're always in such bad shape because you're kicking around in the dirt all the time, you know. Boom. A little more water. A lot more saddle soap. Here we go. I'm just trying to do this fast here to give you guys, I don't usually go this fast, but try to give you guys an idea. If you're somebody who's like, I don't know, 30 minutes is a long time spent on your boots, you know. Anything you do is better than nothing, right? If you don't want to put the brown on, just put the mink oil on. At least it moistens up that leather a little bit. You really should do both, but, I mean, whatever you do is better than nothing. That's all I'm saying. So I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can to prove a point that it doesn't take that long to get a good boot shine, you know? And it's worth it. I mean, it is. Keep your feet dry and look good while you're doing it. Alright. That's looking pretty dang good. There, toes looking good. Everything is looking mighty fine. Alright, boom. Shakalaka. There it is. Alright, here we go. Getting ready for brown. I'll go 2 or 3 fingers now. I'm trying to get this done fast, right? I gotta be to work. Okay, put yourself in that scenario. Gotta be to work, gotta hurry. Here we go. He's waiting for me. Gotta get this done. How long is it gonna take me? Okay. Right up in there, close to that sole. Looking pretty good there. Slap a little more brown on there. Layer on heavy. Whoa! There we go, I caught you guys. No worries. I've been, 3 minutes so far. I've already got them saddle soaked. I've been doing this a long time. So, like I say, once you get a rhythm, you get into it, it doesn't take you that long. Wrinkle there. I mean, this is excessive hurrying. You wouldn't have to go that fast if you didn't want to. I mean, no matter how long it takes you. But, yeah, if you're worried about time, you can just slam it out and be done with it. Whoop, whoop. Keep losing the camera here. Alright. Here we go. A little on there. A little on there. See? Just working that around. Here it is. Looking good. Getting her done. Have to take a little bit extra time in some spots, you know. And I don't recommend hurrying through it like this either, but. So thanks for watching, guys. And I hope this showed you that you don't need Uncle Edward's Camel Spit boot shine and polish to get your boots looking as good as new. You can do it at home. Just a few simple things. This stuff is kind of pricey, some of it, like the brown stuff. But it lasts you so long, you know, that. And what's a little of that compared to a new pair of boots? You know what I'm saying? Because this will definitely prolong the longevity of your leather. So, anyways, guys, don't listen to Uncle Edward and all those other phonies who tell you have to pay 13 easy payments of $99.99. You can do it yourself at home. And and this goes for anything, guys. You can do anything yourself at home. With YouTube as your asset, you can do it. I do this all the time. And I couldn't do half of what I do without YouTube. Gotta be honest. You guys out there in the YouTube community, you definitely are contributing every day. Because there's always something I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And some guy on YouTube's got a video. And I'm always excited when I can be the first to do a video on something, because I feel like I'm getting to contribute back too, because I know it always feels so desperate when you need to know something and you go to YouTube and there's no video on it, right? That happens. Every once in a while you'll get something. Then you're like, well, what do I do now? So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is for the working men out there, like little Sparky. Okay? So keep that in mind. Give your boots a little shine. Make you happier, make you look better, make your boots feel better too. So, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. See you in the next one.